Assalamu alaikum, my wonderful viewers. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. So, this is the second part of the video. We have the first part on the video already live on my channel where I teach you how to cut the trouser. So, today I'm going to teach you how to cut the shirt. So, let's get into today's video. So, as you can see, my fabric is on fold, okay? You can see that my fabric is on fold, so we are going to cut the front first. So you see where my hand is, that's 1.5 inches. I folded 1.5 inches inward. That's good, the place where I will be attaching my buttons. One side will be the place I'll put my button, I face my buttons, and the other side too will be the place where I will do my buttonholes. Okay, so my hip measurement is 40 inches and my chest measurement is 36 inches. So this, I want my shirt to be free, and I'm going to just shape it a very light shape. I will not make it, the shape comes out very well. So I'm measuring 13 inches. 13 inches. I'm using 12. I want my fabric to be 12 inches after I finish cutting the shirt, but I added 1 inches for overlap of the front. So I added 1 inches for overlap for the front. So I'll be cutting my back 12 inches. By the front, I'm cutting it 13 inches. So I'm measuring 13 inches round. Then I'll make a straight line, then I'll cut it. So we cut this one. Please, I'm sorry. My hip measurement is 42 inches, not 40 inches. Okay. As you can see, I've finished cutting my front. So let's put it aside and cut the back. So my back, I've already tell you that my front is 13 inches and I want my back to be 12 inches. The reason why my front is 13 inches, I've already said it, because of 1 inch overlap. The front where the buttons will be, I'll overlap it. That's the 1 inches I added to it. So I'm cutting my fabric 12 inches for the back. So when cutting your back, you must make sure that your back should be longer than your front, 3 inches longer than your front. Whatever measurement you are using, make sure your back is longer than your front, 3 inches. So just observe and look at what I'm doing. So this is the front, okay, and this one will be where, that's our center front. That place is our center front. That's where it is. We are matching it to the center back. So as you can see my back is longer than my front. Yes, it is longer than my front by 3 inches. So we are going to make our shoulder slope, okay. So I'll mark 1.5 inches at the side, then I'll connect it to the center front. That's my shoulder slope. So I'm making use of 1.5 inches for the shoulder slope. So after that, let's cut it off. After you finish your back loop, then you push your front downwards to be the same as the back. Okay, so the 3 inches allowance on the down of your you, the 3 inches allowance you added will be now up where the shoulder is. So you fold it inward to overlap the front by half inches. Please pay attention. After you finish your back slope, you pull your front downwards to be the same as your back. Then the allowance you put now will be on the shoulder. So then you overlap it with with half inches. So now I'm marking my neck width. For the back, I make it 2.5 inches, and for the front you can either make it 3 inches or 2.5, but I'm making use of 2.5 inches to connect my neck. So after that, I'll just take my measurement tape, then I'll measure it to see how much inches I have. I want to be sure of what I have. So as you can see, I have 8.5 inches. So 8.5 inches, which will be 17 inches. Okay, so that's 17 inches. My collar is going to be 17 inches, and I think it's okay for a normal size. So it's okay. In case maybe you measure it and you get 15 inches, 15 inches is too small. So you can go around the neck, then you cut it inward small, so that you measure it and make sure that the measurement of the neck you get is okay for you. Then you cut. So I just notch the back, then I'll just cut it round. And make sure your neck comes out very nicely. So you can see that's my back neck. Look at the way it has fall. You can see it is very nicely. Yes. So that place is supposed to overlap by half inches. So when you're cutting the front, make sure you don't cut the back. So you just cut your front and make sure you don't cut your back whilst cutting the front. Okay. So now that I've finished cutting my front, look at my neck. So I'm going to measure it again to see whether I still have the 8.5 inches. If I don't have the 8.5 inches, then I'll cut more. I'll shape it more to get 8.5, which will be 17 inches. So now I'm going to mark my back measurement. My back measurement is 17 inches. So 17 inches divided by 2, it's 8.5. So I'll mark my 8.5, then I'll add half inches allowance for sewing. That's my sewing allowance to make it 9 inches. So now I'm going to mark my armhole. I make use of 8 inches for the armhole. So I'll just connect it together. So after finish connecting, I told you before that I want to give it a little shape at the waist. So I'm marking my waistline. Where my waistline is, that's 16 inches. So that's where I'm marking. Then I'll just go inward by just half an inch to just shape it. And my wideness of the wideness of the fabric, or the chest wideness that I'm using, is 12 inches. So just on the waist side, that I just come inward by half inches just to give it a little shape. So now we are going to take our length measurement. So I'm making use of 28 inches length. Okay, I'm making use of 28 inches length. So on the hem of my shirt, I came up by 3 inches just to give it a shape at the down of the shirt. So I mark 3 inches. So I'm going to connect it to the hem of my shirt so that it will get that nice shape, okay? Then I'll just connect the side to my waist just to give it a light shape. I didn't give it much shape, just light. So now I'm going to cut everything. Then you see how my shirt looks like. So you can see how it looks like. I just give it a light shape. So if you want to make shape your own more, you can shape it more, but I want it just some light shape, and I want my shirt to be very free. My chest measurement is 36, and you can see that I'm using 12 inches. So 12 inches is more than it. There's a lot of essence. So this is the 1 inches that I measure. We make the front 13 inches, so that's why it is longer than the back by 1 inches. That's the overlap. Okay, so now let's start sewing it. So we are just going to fold where we fold the 1.5 inches inward. We are just going to fold just half inches inside, then we sew on it. We just sew it up to the hem. We start sewing to the down, and we will do the same thing to the other side. So this is the other front. We are going to do the same thing. Then let's pack it aside. So I'll cut my back. I cut a facing, or I don't know how to call it, a facing or a back for my back. So this is it. You can cut it or just ignore it. You can either do it as I did, or you can ignore it. But mostly when we are sewing for men, we always cut the back facing. We cut it and top stitch it at the back. So if you are doing it for a male, you must do it, okay? But if it is a female, you can just ignore it. So I'm just going to fold half inches inward like this. Then I'll stitch it down. And at the neck area, I'll just stitch just small parts down, just to hold it down. Yes, just to hold it with the back down for me. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, we anim no. We are finished with the front. Yes, yeah, we are finished sewing the front. Just look at how our shirts is coming out. Oh, it's coming out. Yeah. Oh, share. I didn't hear feba. And I who is saying. I'm speaking Chi. Yes, that's my language. That's our local language. I'm a Ghanaian, so that's our local language. So you can see I've stitched the back everything. So now we are going to join the shoulder. Okay, so we want our shoulder to be concealed, so please pay attention and look at the way I will turn this shoulder, and don't come and comment that I don't understand how you sew it too. So look at, you see how I put it. I'm going to turn the back that we cut, I'm going to turn it on it like this, then I will sew it down. You see how I'm doing it? Hwɛ na meyɛ no yie. Hwɛ sɛ dɛ meyɛ. Wode ma w'adwene wɔ so, wobɛhu sɛ dɛ ɛyɛ wei deɛ ɛnyɛ biribiara. You see? So you just sew it down, then it will be concealed. So let's go and do that and come back. We'll do that for both sides. So, say no, we are going to cut the sleeve. Yes, that's what I said in my local language. So you can see the wideness of my sleeve. So I'm going to show you how to cut. Maybe if you are cutting just a short sleeve, even though my sleeve is not that long, but I'm just going to, but it's like it's more than my where my elbow area is. It's down towards my elbow area. And this sleeve I'll be attaching a band to it. So just look at the way I'm doing my sleeve. I'm cutting the sleeve. I just make a slant line, then I divide the line into two. I'll just come inward by half an inch, then I'll connect it to the side. So I mark the side 3 inches, make a straight line. So you see where I'm coming down, I've marked half an inch there, so I'll just connect it to the side. That's all. So now we look at the down. So look at the down, how I'm doing it. So if I'm going to just use this one just for my shirt sleeve without adding a band to it, I'll just fold my hemming allowance inward like this. Then I'll mark my sleeve hem. I'll mark how I want my sleeve open to be. Then I'll connect it to my armhole measurement like this. But I'm not going to make use of this kind of sleeve. I'll add a band to my own, so you see how I cut it. So I'm just doing this to demonstrate how to cut this one, so in case you want to do this one, okay, but I don't want my sleeve to be like this. I'll add my band to it. So look at what I'm doing. So I'll mark my round sleeve measurements. So I'll mark it, then I'll connect it. So I'm marking it with my sewing allowance. Whatever I'm doing here, I'm adding my sewing allowance to it. Okay, I'm doing it direct on the fabric. I'm not doing it on a pattern paper whereby I will not add my sewing allowance. So I'm adding my sewing allowance to it. So let's cut it. After that, then we'll go and cut the band too. So you see how I'm cutting it. You just cut your sleeve just like this. What we allow now corner. I don't know what is wrong with me today. Today I just feel like speaking Chi. If not, I maybe when I use Chi language to explain this, a lot of people will not understand me. I will do that. Today I'm just feeling like speaking Chi. So what's my say? There's some days you just feel like speaking your local language. I think today is one of it. By the way, today is our first Ramadan. Yes, we start fasting today. May Allah help us to finish how we start with Bismillah. May Allah help us to finish with Alhamdulillah. So please, this is my cape. Look at my cape. You see my cape. Just focus and look at what I'm doing. Even if I don't talk clear, if you are just looking at what I'm doing, you understand it. Yes, here I wanted to use a free hand to just cut it too, and I remember that somebody who asked me, "Hey, madam, how did you cut it? How much did you measure it?" And I said, "No, let me measure it." So that's what I'm doing. So let's measure it. That's 3 inches. My band is 3 inches, and that place that I'm cutting, I mark 1 inches. I mark 1 inches there, and the length is 2 inches. So I'm just cutting something like a V. Yes, I'm just cutting something like a V shape. So the length is 2 inches, and the wideness is just 1 inches. I hope you understand. So look on the way I'm shaping it to. Mm, I'm going to shape the band so that it will go with my sleeve. Okay, you can see it is a bit longer than my sleeve. So I'll finish it. You can see now that it's all the same. So now I'm going to sew where the vein is. So I'm going to put the sleeve aside, then work on the band. So let's work on the band. Ohu ade a ɛbɛyɛ no. Yo. So we are going to fold it like this. You folding it say na twice. So we are going to sew it just there. We are just going to sew it like a V shape. We are just following the shape, just sew it around. You can see we have sew it around and we have turned it. You see how it looks like. Yes. Oh, this top and down is very nicely. You can add this to your collection if you are into already to wear business, and it will do well. Yes, I know that. So you just cut the center front of the hem of your sleeve, then you notch it. You just notch the center of your sleeve. Then you put the band on it like this. Then you just sew it, okay? Just sew it. Just sew it down. That's all. Our sleeve will be ready just right now. Then we'll face it to our shirt and we cut our collar. Then we are good to go. Oh, this shirt, this top and down, wow. It looked very beautiful. It was very beautiful when I wear it. People are asking me, hey, where did you buy it? I said, oh, I can make some for you. So I make some for people. But I didn't sell this one rather. Somebody wanted to buy this one who will say, hey, madam, I want this material. No, I said, don't worry, I'll sew one for you, but this one is for me. So now that we have finished the sleeve, we are going to attach our sleeve. So look at the console. You see how we console the shoulder? Yes, you see how it is. You don't see any sewing there. Yes, that's the console. And after that, I just overlock everything. Yes, I just use my overlocking machine. Just overlock everything just to give it a nice finishing. Yes, I want it to be nice finish. So you can see how I overlock it. So now I've put my shirt down. I'm going to notch the middle of my arm hood, okay? I'm going to notch the middle. Then I will notch the sleeve too. Now we are attaching the sleeve. Oh. We are almost done. Oh. We are attaching the sleeve. Then I'll notch the middle of my arm hood, notch the middle of my sleeve, then I'll add them together, then we sew it down. So just watch what we are doing. We are sewing together, we are all learning together. For the sake of this video, I'll tell you, if there is anything you don't understand on this particular tutorial, please leave it in the comment section. Okay, leave it in the comment section. I'll do well to explain it detail by detail for you to understand. I'm here for you. Without you, I'm not there. So if this video is also helpful to you, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to say thank you to me, and you cannot get to see me, yes, of course, you cannot get to see me. Even if you are in Ghana, you don't know where I am. But if we have business, then we can meet and chat. Yes. But if there's no business between us, you just want to say thank you to me, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's enough to say thank you to me, okay? And always like my videos and share it so that everyone will get, it's good when sometimes you share our tutorials. When you see anything on YouTube, you watch how to do it. Please, like, I'm talking too much. So now you see how we have joined our sleeve. So now we are going to join from the sleeve down to the hem of my shirt. So the reason why I didn't talk much, I think by watching what I'm doing, you'll be able to do it. So that's why I didn't talk about how to face the sleeve, because you can see everything that I'm showing with my hand. Thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you. Thank you for if you have subscribed, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube video. Even if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's more to learn. Okay, there's more. I'm bringing a lot of tutorial on this channel. This year there we are learning a lot. Yes. So please don't be left out to Menketri, yes. If you hear a Ghanaian say Menketri, it means that don't be left behind. Oh. Let's move together. So now you can see that we have finished joining our shirt. So now what is just left for us to do is for the collar. Okay, so now we are going to cut our collar. Remember, the neck, we already measure it when we are cutting it, and it was 8.5, so we don't need to measure it, but sometimes you can just measure it again to see whether it is so the 8 and the 17 inches, which is 8.5, or you need to add more. Then you, even if you finish your sewing your shirt like this and you think the neck is too small, you can even still cut it here. So you can see I've cut this sleeve. We call it sleeve, hard sleeve, okay, or a collar sleeve. And yes, it is a collar sleeve. Okay, so we are going to cut the collar, and our collar is 8 inches, but now we are going to, so this is 1.5, 1 inches. I'm going to shape my collar by 1 inches, okay. 1 inches slope, like the way, like when you want to make a slope for your back, yes, when cutting your back slope, yes. So I'm making a slope of 1 inches for my collar. So let's cut that. So the collar that I'm cutting is a double collar, but I just want to cut it on a single. I just want to cut it just together, okay? I want to cut it together. I don't want to stress myself whereby I will cut the first one and the second one. It is a double collar. So just let's cut it together. And even doing this is very simple, and it will also make it nice. So let's do it together. So just, I'm cutting here. I'm just want to straight my collar. I want to straight it. I want that place uh, to be very straight. Yes, so that's what I'm doing. And I want at the end of it, my collar should be like just 4 inches. So you can see it's 4 inches, but when we start cutting, when I measure it, you can see that it was 5 inches. So now we have exact length we want for our collar, which is 4 inches. So now we are going to mark the 8.5. Okay, we are marking the 8.5. Just look at what I'm doing, you even understand it without me explaining anything. So after we mark our, that's where our collar stop. Okay, that's the length of our collar, which is 8.5. So I'm marking one and quarter inch. Okay, 1.5. Okay, 1.5. Yes, it's 1.5. I'm marking 1.5. I'm just marking 1.5. So here too, I just mark the same 1.5 there. Yes, I mark 1.5 there. I mark 1.5 there. So now I'm going to make a line. I'm going to make a line there to just come it up small. So after making the line, then I'll just connect this place like this. So just look at what I'm doing, you understand. So I'm going to give it a curve there. You know the color is not like something sharp. That place is not sharp, it's like a curve, so I'm giving it a curve there. Then after that, I'll just make the straight line, which means I'm just making use of only this side, and the other side I don't need it. So I'll just connect. Look at the way I'll connect a curve from that place to the other side. Look, you just look at what I'm doing. So I was using my rough and I noticed that it was just curving. So I just used my ruler and put it down and just cut it straight. So now we have finished our collar, so that's our collar. But I'm going to add just half inches there for sewing allowance. You see where I'm just adding, even it is not up to half inch, it's just of an inch that I added there just for sewing allowance. So that's my sewing allowance. Now we just cut it like that. So let's cut it out. So after we finish cutting it out, you can see how it look like. Now let me fold it a bit for you so that you see how the color will be. So the color will be like this. You know it is a double color and we have cut it. So it will be like this. So for the other one on top of it, now it is going to be like this. You see how it is going to be? So that's our shirt color. So now we are just going to put our shirt, the sleeve that we cut. This is sleeve, half sleeve, okay. You know the sleeve, we have the mediums with the medium sleeve, and we have the hard and the extra hard. So this is the hard, not the extra hard. This is the hard. So I'm just going to put it on my fabric like this. Then I'll use iron. One side there's a gum on one side. So the one that is on top of the fabric, there's gum there. So when you just put your iron there, then it will just stick on your iron. So I've just ironed it and make sure that I leave half an inch at the hem of it. So just look at what I'm doing. Where I added soya allowance, where when I was cutting it, I'm not going to add any allowance there. So I'll just cut there at the same as it is. Just the down of my collar that I add half an inch. You can see that, please. Yes. So let's cut everything, then you see how it looks like. If you are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by, and please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the notification button so that anytime I upload new videos, you get to see it. And if you are already a subscriber, already a member of the family, you are welcome, my dear. I welcome you to Beer Designs. And here we share videos on how to carve various type of design, whether being it male or a female. Yes, so please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also like my videos. You like my videos, liking my videos, you make me know what type of content to put it out there. Yes, sometimes we don't know what our ordinary audience wants us to put, but the more you like our videos, we get to know. The more you like and comment our videos, it make us know that yes, you appreciate what we are doing, and what we are doing to we are helping a lot of people. Okay, so please do it to like my videos. So now I'm just marking where the allowance is. Okay, the allowance we added to the collar, that's where I'm marking. So we go and sew it down. We are going to sew it down. So let's go and sew it down. But before sewing it down, we'll fold our allowance, our hemming allowance inward like this. Then we'll sew it down. Okay. You see how I folded my hemming allowance inward, then you just sew it down. We do the same thing. Whatever we do to this side, we did the same thing to the other side. Yes. So let's go and do that. We are finished. Oh, yeah, we. So we notch that place, that curve. We notch it so that it will be easily for us to turn the collar. So we are notching it just so that we'll be able to turn the collar very nicely out. So we are going to turn it and press it down. Then you see how it look like. Okay, now I'm going to fold this allowance inward like this. Then I use my iron and iron it down, completely down. And I'll do the same thing to the other side. So just keep on watching with the shadow na and when you share be understanding and you be like so hard and it is not that hard. When you just watch what I'm doing, you'll be able to replicate it on your fabric. Then you just cut it the same. So after that we just fold it like this. We fold everything, then we face our we'll face it to our shirt. We face our collar to our shirt. If you are wondering on how to know the wideness of your shirt, how to cut the wideness of your shirt, you can just use your shoulder measurements. Like my shoulder measurement is 17 inches. Okay, 17 inches divided by 2 was 8.5. Then you just add another 2 inches to it, which will be what, 10.5. And it will be free. Yes, it will be free on your body. But if you are that kind of person, as slim up and big down, this measurement won't go for you. You have to use your hip measurement. Okay, like me, my chest is 36, but my hip is 42. You see, it is a big. So if I'm going to use that calculation, it will not go. So I use my hip measurement to cut this dress. Okay, I use my hip measurement and I added few allowances because I don't want it to fit my hip. Yes. So now look at the way I'm facing it. So I just get a middle of my collar and the middle of my shirt, my neck. So then I pin it together like this. Then I'll just push my shirt neck inside the collar just by half an inch. Just by half an inch. So there's a different way of facing this collar. You can either just sew the one side, after it then you put the other one on top of it, then you sew it down. But you know me, I just like something simple. I just want, when I'm working, I want to make it very easy for everybody to understand. Even a starter, a beginner will be able to understand what I'm doing. So that's why I don't want to go too long. I just want to make it very simple so that everybody could understand it. Yes. So I'll just put it inside. You know, when putting it, just something just like quarter inch or just half inches inside. Then you make sure everything is inside. Then you just stitch it all down. That's all. We have finished it too. Yes, we have finished it now. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for liking my videos. Without you, I'm not there. May that say, may God bless you. Bye.